All right. For tonight's meeting, we'll go ahead and get started. We'll start with recognition. And we've got Lydia, who's officially hit SC5. And also, that means she has hit Success Starters. She hit Success Club in the first 3 months of coaching. And so she's earned her free ticket to Summit, which is next July in Nashville. Keep up all the hard work for Fall Classic. You guys are doing a great job. I want to recognize Nicole Thomas for jumping right in, being on last week's call, and just being really involved and active in our new coach training. Tonight, I want to go over inviting to challenge groups, how to get your challenge group started, and how to run your challenge group. Basically, we're going to do like the Spark Notes version on that. So I know we have a lot of coaches and you guys are getting ready to run your first challenge group or just still kind of getting the hang of things. So I figured it would be a good time to go over this. So first of all, for inviting to your challenge groups, one of our 3 vital behaviors is inviting. So this is really crucial to your business. If there's one thing that you're going to do each day to be successful, it's inviting. There are times where I feel like I haven't really done anything. I haven't made any challenge pack sales. I haven't gotten new people in my groups or anything. And I look back and it's because I realize I've kind of been slacking on inviting. So that is like one of the most important vital behaviors to moving your Beachbody business forward. So there's inviting to the coach opportunity, inviting people to coach like what you're doing and have them join our team. And there's inviting to challenge groups. And that's what we're going to go over tonight. So what I do and what I did when I first started coaching and have continued to do it throughout the past couple months is I'll make a challenge group like promotion and advertisement, okay? So let me go ahead. I'm going to pull up PicMonkey and share my screen with you. PicMonkey.com, like I said last time, is, let's see, here it is. One of the websites, can you see it, Lydia? No? Oh, yeah, okay. Is one of the websites that a bunch of us use to make those advertisements or edit pictures and add like texts or something on it. So what we want to do is go to design and pull up whatever shape you want to make it. Doesn't really matter. And so some things you want to make sure you put on your little advertisement is, first of all, you want to make it colorful. You want to make it eye-catching. So as people are scrolling through their news feed, they see your little advertisement. You want to have a name for your challenge. You want to have a start date. So to add text over here, whoops, move this. Okay, you can go ahead and add text. You want to make sure you have a fun name for your challenge. So we can do like the one we're doing now, lose 10 with a friend. And you can highlight it and make the size bigger. This is our quick little PicMonkey tutorial over here. Okay, so you've got your title. You want to make sure you've got a start date. And then just kind of like bullet, nutrition, bullet facts about the challenge, okay? So nutrition, 30-minute workout, daily, portion control, and you're going to have accountability and motivation in your group. So again, we can highlight all that and make it smaller. So those are just some things you're going to want to include in your little promotion. And then, like I said, obviously you want to make it look fun and eye-catching. Oh, why aren't these coming up? There you go. Maybe add a picture. If you guys wanted to see, I just uploaded our logos that we can use, our Knockouts United logos. So you can go in there and add one of our logos, and they're just in black and white, but if you add it to your PicMonkey, which I just clicked on the butterfly and then hit your own, and I found the logo on my computer, you can go ahead and change the color to anything you want, okay? So let's find something that matches. Or you can click over here, this little rectangle, and you get this kind of cursor. So now whatever your cursor is over, that's the color that it's going to change your image. So if we wanted to do like a purple, we wanted to do a yellow, obviously you can't really see that. So that's a way to kind of match your colors. Obviously you can make your PicMonkey a little bit better than that, but those are just some of the basics that you're going to want to include in your advertisement, okay? What else was I going to say? So it's important to have a start date for your challenge because it kind of creates a sense of urgency. So if you tell people you're going to start on October 27th, like our challenge coming up, they're going to think, oh, okay, I got to get my finances together, or I got to get stuff ready if this is something that I want to do. You know, it gives them time to plan ahead. It also lets them know we're all going to be on the same page. We're all going to be going through this journey at the same time together. So it's always nice to include the start date in there. You're going to want to put a post with your little PicMonkey that you make. And in your post, I often will try to kind of be relatable. I'll ask questions like, I think one of the coaches said something like, do you ever feel like a busted can of biscuits? Like that feeling when your waistband is just way too tight. Or do you feel like, you were doing so well and it's just so hard to stay on track, like especially with the holidays coming up, at least in my mind, they're really coming up, but I'm just excited. Or, do you feel tired? Do you want more energy? Do you feel like you come home from work and you make dinner for the family and you just can't fit your workouts in? Like, you want people to be able to relate to you, to know that they're not the only ones that feel like that. And maybe you can help them. Maybe this challenge group is what can help turn things around for them. So in your post, I'll usually say, let me find my one that I just did about our Lose 10 with a Friend. I said, my calendar, the end of the year is so booked. I have so much going on, holiday parties and lots of empty calories. How am I going to ensure that I have some me time and keep my fitness and nutrition on track? It starts now. The small choices that we make every day help mold us into how we will handle this hectic end of the year. So I actually said, it's time for you to join me. And I gave a step-by-step. I said, grab a friend. Do you know how much more successful you'll be if you have an accountability buddy? Message me or apply below. Step 3, we'll get started. You'll check into our Facebook accountability group and actively participate. And step 4, you'll love your results. Okay, so just kind of a little overview. And then people will be like, well, what is this? I want to know more about this, and message you. Or else they will like or comment your advertisement that you post on Facebook. So anyone who comments below asking for more information or asking a question, or even just likes my post when I post it, I'm going to message them. Some people you will message and you don't really feel comfortable just inviting them into your challenge group right away. I mean, how many of us have Facebook friends that we haven't talked to in years? And so you might want to message them, look on their page, see what they're into, see where they're living now, and go ahead and catch up with them to kind of break the ice, to make those connections stronger if you don't feel comfortable sending out an invite to your challenge group right away. That's okay. So for someone who I do feel comfortable inviting, I'll message them something like, hey, I'm getting a group together for a challenge called Drop 10 with a Friend. It has a fitness and a nutrition component. We'll be doing the 21-day fix together to shape up before the holidays roll around. We'll hold each other accountable and motivate each other. It'll be fun. I'd love to have you join us. Let me know if you want some more info. So I kind of leave it at that. Let me know if you want some more info. I leave the ball in their court. So I like to say something like, let me know if it's something you might be interested in. Let me know if you want more information. Let me know if you have any questions. Or I ask a question. Does that sound like something you might like to try? Or ask a question about them. What do you usually struggle with your keeping your nutrition in line? Leave the ball in their court so they know when they go to respond, they're not like, oh, what should I say back? They have a question to answer, or, yeah, I'd love some more information. Even just saying that lets you know, okay, they are interested in what I have to offer, and you can go and give them more details about it. You don't need to be on information overload, okay? When I first started coaching, I was just so freaking excited that someone wanted to know about my challenge coming up that I was like, oh, awesome. Okay. So the fitness part, they're going to be 30-minute workouts every day, and you're going to need a set of weights, and there's yoga, there's Pilates, there's upper fix, there's lower fix. And for the nutrition part, there's going to be these cute little containers, and I was just telling them everything about the program all at once. And they were probably like, oh, this is way too long to read. Like, this girl's crazy. So now what I do is I'll let them know, just like you just heard, there's a fitness component, there's a nutrition component, it's dummy proof, like, and we'll all do it together. I've got plenty of recipes to send to you to help you with it. So they're not like, you're not just word vomiting information at them, because that might throw them off or just intimidate them a little bit. I also don't just post my Beachbody website for them to order until they've told me, yeah, I want to do this, I'm committed. What's my next step? Times when I have just posted my website on my Facebook, or if someone says they're interested and I just say, cool, here's my link, I've never had anyone purchase anything through that. You know, they want to connect with you. The whole benefit of having a coach is to actually interact with your coach and have them walk you through things. And you need to show them the value in what you have to offer. So that is pretty much what I wanted to go over as far as inviting to your challenge group. Next, we'll get into getting your challenge group started. So you want to make sure ahead of time, once you start inviting people to your challenge group, you want to get your closed secret group made. So you want to make sure it's secret so no one can see it unless they're in the group, because I mean, people are going to be in kind of a vulnerable state. Maybe people are posting before or after pictures. You just want to keep things somewhat confidential to the group and make sure people know that they can feel comfortable, that you're not going to plaster their results all over Facebook, or, you know, other people who aren't doing the challenge can't come in and see what they're posting and whether they did their workout that day or not. So you want to make your closed secret group. You want to upload, you know, a nice cover photo. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Just maybe you can go on PicMonkey like we did before, and you can actually make a cover photo. They have like a template for that, the perfect size, and just type the name of the challenge in, or make a background or something. And then write a little description in the group. Usually when you create a group on Facebook, it'll ask you to type a description. So type in, let's see, what did I do for our Lose 10 with a Friend? I made the description, Lose 10 with a Friend. This challenge will run from October 27th to November 16th. That's 21 days for you to grab an accountability partner, dig in, and really give it all you've got. Let's work together to get those healthy habits in line before the holidays roll around. Just kind of a preview, a little, let's do it, guys, so they can get excited about the challenge. As you add people into the group, or other coaches add people into the challenge group, you want to welcome each person individually. So say Lydia and I are in this Lose 10 with a Friend challenge group. If I sell a 21-day fixed challenge pack and they're going to be in this group, I'm going to add them to the group, and then I'm going to say, hey guys, you know, welcome Amber. Like, she's ready to take the challenge. You know, she's ready to throw away her excuses. Welcome her to the group or whatever, so that they feel like part of a team. It's kind of like when we add coaches to our team and we get excited to introduce them to the rest of the team on our team page, and you want everyone to welcome them. It's kind of like that. So welcome your challengers and other coaches in the group. Make sure you show them some love so they can get excited too. You also want to set the tone for the group. So I usually go ahead at the beginning, and I've got this little picture that says this is a judgment-free zone. So everyone knows, sets the tone. I write a little spiel about how, you know, this is a positive setting. We're judgment-free. You can vent. You can ask questions. You can share recipes. We're all going to be supportive and hold each other accountable. And, you know, throw your excuses out of the way. There's no fear in this group. We're all in it together. So that's basically the steps you want to take for getting your challenge group started. As far as running your challenge group, we went over last week how to utilize your business tools in your Coach Online office and how they actually have a post for every day for every single fitness program. I didn't know that existed at the beginning, so I was making up my own posts every day, and I kind of liked that. It was fun to be creative and put your own spin on it. So I definitely encourage that when you feel like it, but I know not everyone has the time. So if I'm struggling and I'm like, oh gosh, what do I want to post today? I'll jump in there and I'll pull one of their posts that I like and go ahead and post it. And then I know some coaches who follow those challenge group guides and your business tools to a T, and it works great for them. So you find what works to you. This is your business, okay? You can customize it for your schedule and what you like to do. One thing I do want to add is be consistent with your daily posts, okay? Your challengers, if you want them to check into this group, don't post one daily post at 3 a.m. and the next not till like 5 p.m. You know, I like to post mine in the morning before I get up so I don't forget to post it. Well, not before I get up, right after I get up. So I don't forget to post it. And that way your challengers kind of know when to expect, like, oh, Kelsey's posting around breakfast time every day. You know, that's when I can expect to look for the post. So you want to be consistent with your posts. Like I said, feel free to use those business tools to help run your challenge group like we went over last week. And also our Knockouts United team page with all of our coaches in there, we can share cool like challenge group ideas. That's one of the reasons we have the team page, is to share what works and what doesn't work. So for example, my bridal boot camp challenge that I did, we played water tag. So whoever was had to drink their 6 to 8 glasses of water and check in with the group and report on how they were doing. And then at the end of the day, they would say, you know, oh, I was 1 glass short, or got all my 8 glasses in. It was easier than I thought. And Nicole, you're it for tomorrow. So then the next day, Nicole goes through, she checks in, lets us know how everything's doing. And then that night she'll kind of report, and then she'll choose who else is it. So that was our game of water tag. I've seen people do like Shakeology recipe contests where you can have your challengers post their favorite Shakeology recipe and have everyone like whichever one they want to vote for, and whoever gets the most likes wins. I've also had people do the same exact thing and then post the recipes in the coaches page and have all the coaches vote on which challenger would win. And it's fun if you want to. I know at the beginning I was like, I don't have any extra money. But if you want to throw in some goofy little prizes that you can mail to your challengers, that's fun too, kind of like an extra incentive. Another little challenge group idea that I've come across and I really want to try out is doing like a points system. So say you can do 3 points if your challenger posts like a sweaty selfie, a picture of themselves after their workout. They get 2 points if they post like a motivational quote, and 1 point if they check in and just type which workout they did that day. And then you keep track of their points throughout the challenge. So this is easier in like a shorter challenge group like the 21-day fix or something. But if you're doing like a 60 or 90-day program and you're going to have the same group throughout, it might get kind of hard to keep track of their points. But a point system like that, and you can have a winner and send them a prize or recognize them on Facebook or something like that would be fun too. Speaking of recognizing on Facebook, give your challengers recognition for things that they're doing good, or well, whatever is proper English. Everyone loves recognition, okay? So, you know, if your challenger writes, missed my workout yesterday, but got up at 4 this morning and got it in today, you know, make sure you like that. Comment back to them, like, that's awesome. Like, brush it off. That's one day. Today's a new day. Let's see if you can do it tomorrow too. Like, keep up the good work. You know, give them positive encouragement and recognize them for things they're doing well. You also are going to want to keep an eye on which challengers are really active and the little cheerleaders of the group, because those could be potential challengers that end up being coaches. Those could be people you might want to reach out about adding to your team. On the other hand, you want to keep an eye out for challengers who aren't really saying anything, who you haven't heard from since you welcomed them into the group, who you've messaged, but maybe they haven't messaged back. Sometimes that happens. So just don't get discouraged. Make sure that you message them and reach out, because some people just don't like posting or putting themselves out there in a group setting to people that they might not even know. If you reach out to them personally, sometimes they're more apt to open up because they might know you, or they feel you're their coach. They already have a connection with you. So just make sure you check in with everyone from time to time. And don't be afraid to personally message people outside of the group too, okay? So you're everyone's coach, not just those who are actively posting in the group, okay? So just to recap, this month we were thinking of trying like a team challenge, our Lose 10 with a Friend. So the whole concept with that is grab a friend. Sometimes people get a little nervous about doing these challenges, and not only is it more fun when you have someone you know doing it with you, but you're also more likely to be more successful. Just like the whole point of our challenge groups, you'll be more successful with a support system. You'll be even more successful if you've got a family member or a spouse or a boyfriend, girlfriend, or a friend who you can text and, talk with on a more personal level about the program you're going through. So that also would mean double the sales for you. It is not mandatory, though, that someone brings a friend along with them to be in this group, okay? If someone wants to do it but doesn't have a friend in mind, just offer to be their friend, and you'll go through the challenge group with them. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to do the workout program, but you'll be there to check in and hold them accountable. So you'll add them into the group, which the link for the group is in our team page. And this will kind of take the pressure off, especially for some of the new coaches or busier coaches who don't have time. I'll go ahead and post the daily post each morning, and then you'll obviously still be in the group because you'll have some of your own challengers in there, and you can chime in with some posts or, a recipe or whatever to encourage your coaches and to also lead the challenge group with me. So this will take the stress off of you and kind of help you get a feel for how a challenge group can be run. And if we do a team challenge, you don't have to worry about how many challengers you have in the group. We'll combine all of them together and coach them through it together. So if you just sell one challenge pack this month and you've only got one person to throw in there, that's fine. No worries. We'll still have a good group going, and we'll see how this works out. So that's pretty much everything I wanted to go over today. And Lydia, did you have any questions about anything? I know you've kind of got the hang of everything.
I don't really have any questions, but the whole team challenge thing. So if someone buys a challenge pack, they're going to be joined in with the whole team challenge.
They can. So
they
it's up to you.
Into 2 Facebook groups.
Right. So it's up to you. If you want to run your own challenge group, you don't have to put anyone in the team challenge. If you'd rather just not have all the pressure of just running your own challenge group, then you can feel free to put them in the bigger group with other people too.
Okay, and that one's starting, you said, on the 27th?
Yeah.
Okay, because I do have I have a few people I want to do for a private group, like I told you, Zach's nieces, and then a few people who are going to buy challenge packs that I might throw in there.
There you go.
Have a friend to join them or something.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, got it.
Perfect. And we'll just see how it works out and see if it's something that we want to do, like have a team challenge group where coaches have the option to put people in there. Because sometimes it's hard if you're only selling 1 or 2 challenge packs a month, you don't want to have a new group each month with just one. And some people don't even want to be in a challenge group. I've had people tell me they just want the program. Thanks. So
I'm starting to realize that with a few people too, because it's a few of my challenge groups where I'll post daily, and I'm like this post after you finish your workout or blah, whatever. And I won't hear anything. And I'm like, hello, are you people, I know you're reading it, I know you see it, and you're not saying anything. So I'm just can you just like end a challenge group when you want, or do you need to end it when like the 30 days or 60 days or 90 days are up?
That's kind of up to you too. Some people won't really speak up in the challenge groups, and so if you go ahead and kind of end it early, um, and they didn't want you to, but they didn't say anything, then
Yeah.
like you want to obviously keep it on a good. You want people to think that they got their value and their money's worth out of it, and like that you weren't just saying you were going to be their coach or whatever. But I do have groups where people had like a different start date for a program, and I just kind of kept throwing people in there, and then I'm like, okay, how am I going to end this thing? Like, so
Yeah.
I did I posted like, okay, check in, like where is everyone in their program, like what day are you on, um, do you have any questions, is there anything you're struggling with you need help with, and I think at first no one said anything, and I was like, crickets, anyone? Okay. And then people said some stuff. But what I've started to do is with when my challenge group ends, I have made another Facebook group, and it's just called accountability group, and I'll put all the challengers into that group. So that's going to accumulate like all my old challengers, and I'll randomly post tips and stuff like that in there so they still can keep in connection with me. They're still in an accountability group, and if I have a new challenge coming up, and I can post in there and be like, hey guys, you looking for something new? Like here's another one. Or for those of you that did the 21-day fix, if you want to be in another accountability group, like let's do another round, let me know, and I can add them into newer challenge groups. That way, if you want to end the group because it's like silent and no one's saying
Yeah.
anything, then at least you have somewhere else to put them.
Okay, that's perfect advice because I was like, I made a post and I was like, hey, I want to see like where everyone's at and how you're doing. I was like, direct message me if we should like continue the group going or if you're like done and want to continue the program on your own because it's the PIO. It's 90 days. It's
Right.
like so long and we've already been through half of it. So I'm like, if no one's commenting, I'm not gonna go and full like the next half. And that way, if whoever does want it, I can just throw them into another group, which is
Right.
so I like that.
Um, and I've even heard some coaches will, because 60 days and 90 days is like a long time to run a challenge group.
Mhm.
Um, I know some coaches who will do a challenge group and say you can do any program, but the challenge group is three weeks long, 21 days. Since they say it takes 21 days to make a habit or whatever. So they'll do that. And if you want to continue on, say someone's doing PIO, if you want to continue on and be rolled over into next month's challenge group, that'll be another 21 days. I can put you in that group. So they still have that kind of accountability. But
Is it all the same challenge that they're doing, or is it like different challenge packs thrown
not
in?
necessarily. That's something as a coach that you kind of will play with. Um, I ran one month. Last month, I ran a challenge group and said, you and I will talk one-on-one. We'll figure out the best program for your goals, and we'll match you up with that goal. So or with that program. So people were doing different challenges in the same group. And in that, you just make it a little less specific. You do more like motivational stuff and games like the water tag and stuff that I mentioned, rather than like, here's a 21-day fix recipe. This is a red container. This is a blue container. You just make
Yeah.
it more general. But as a coach, you can kind of play around and see what kind of system. I mean, I've been doing this for months and I'm still trying to decide, do I like for everyone to be on the same program, or then am I like counting people out who don't want to do that program? Or
Yeah, that's why I like this whole thing though, because you can be creative, you can do what you want as a coach and like what works best for those people or like that group of people instead of
yeah,
so, like, okay, I have to do it this way, like
right.
see what
So
works.
coaching is a trial and error always. And there's always new ideas coming up and stuff that we can try. So it's fun. Anyways, did you have anything else, or else I'm going to stop this recording?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. I'm gonna stop the recording. Bye.